Happy New Year, everybody. 2026. This is me just documenting my process, my life, the journey. Why? Because I want to help, I want to contribute, I want to serve, I want to pass along the ideas that are working for me, just another person along the path. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the updates on my career and the successes and challenges I've had in building an entrepreneurial venture. Business. I don't know why I just didn't call it business. And I'm going to talk about the incredible ecosystem from my business coach, the association of other entrepreneurs who are building businesses, and what that's done for me, and how vital it is to get support and accountability for whatever you're doing. Then I'm going to talk about just forgetting where we come from and being humbled and the relatability of making content for people in the places that we used to be at. It's a really eye-opening process. And lastly, I'm going to finish with an incredible dopamine fast. You're going to want to hear about that. Okay, so I've done a lot of research with psychotherapy and the schooling and the advice, and here's what I got. This is what I've learned. It's one method of helping people. It's one avenue, one modality, one, talk therapy, or there's different philosophies or frameworks, but you go through the education. I'm sure it's priceless, but it is expensive. And you start doing internships and you start working, but you're very underpaid. The advice I was hearing is if I did want to make more money, which I always equate to more value, helping more people in a deeper, more impactful way, would require me to start my own practice and to have demand, have people wanting my service, whether it be cognitive behavioral therapy, just talk therapy, internal family systems, so many. But ultimately, it sounded like building a life coaching business. There's a difference between coaching and therapy. I would say, in my words, coaching is it's somebody's business to make sure you succeed. They won't sugarcoat things, they'll give advice, they'll listen empathetically, but sometimes they'll give you a spanking. They'll call you out on your bullshit. A therapist, though, it's mostly just to ask questions and to hear you talk and to really hear and listen and deeply empathize with you, which is very healing and powerful. Therapy definitely has its place. I have done therapy, highly recommend it. But I've also paid for many coaches, and I think there's 3 stages to the model I think with. You have to heal from the past, you have to grow and learn new things, and then you have to find and follow your passion and purpose. Heal, learn, grow. So, I still possibly want to do psychotherapy, but I decided I'm going to build my practice and my business right now. I'm not going to wait for the loans. I'm not going to wait for higher education. My life has been the test, just like everybody else's. And what results? What are my test scores? And in my opinion, and those around me as well, it's pretty great. I do have a lot of things going for me in every category of life: health, wealth, finances, career, relationships, mental health. So I decided there was this one person on my radar. His name is Nick Comedina, and he's always posting just simple videos, but really deep from the heart with tons of conviction. Over time, I realized I want to do what he's doing. I want to follow in his footsteps. So I booked a call. It was expensive. I gave excuses, but only for a little moment because I've waited long enough. I've put it off long enough. And I just said yes. I said yes to my dreams and my goals and my dream career. Upon doing that, paying the money, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to sacrifice other areas. I'm going to work more. I'm going to just make it happen, is what it's all about. Started attracting clients pretty quickly. Very exciting to have these coachable clients. One in general life going through a breakup, wants help for that emotionally from his parents. He also wants help financially. He also wants help in his career, his mental health. And he's getting results and he's feeling a lot better. Makes me feel good about that. I have another client who is overweight. I have helped them with understanding their thoughts and why they do what they do and holistically approaching their health. And it's been beautiful to see her shine and lose weight and just be excited and to just believe that she can do it. It's incredible. It's affecting her family as well. Didn't know it was going to be this rewarding. I knew it was going to be rewarding. And then another client with finances, helping them be on track with their budget. I may not be Warren Buffett, but I can help someone be accountable. I can support someone emotionally, mentally, and keep them on track in a way that doesn't feel like a boss or that I'm above you, in a way that I'm with you. And I'm helping you along the way. Now, that was close friends and family, and I'm good when it comes to, I'm good at converting into leads into clients when I meet someone in person and I have conversation with them. But social media is another story. Getting leads and traffic on social media requires really good messaging, really good content. Been posting every day for 2 weeks now, and it's been a lot of fun, at times stressful because we overthink things. I overthink things. And I'm getting into my role and my groove, and I seem to really enjoy making content about cooking and recipes. I'm excited to chef it up in the kitchen and help people cook, help people eat better. This is part of that content machine. I'm writing my newsletters, I have my guests coming in. If you saw my very first newsletter about the goals that I have, I'm executing like never before. I'm stepping into the person I've always wanted to be, and I owe a lot of it to myself, of course. I have done the work, I have made the hard choices, I've got the discipline, but also because of the coaching container I'm in with Nick Medina called Alchemist Academy. And what really sparked it was he put a dopamine fast protocol together. And here's the biggest thing, guys. Like, if you want to go up, if you want to really attain something new, you got to get rid of something old. You do have to give up to go up. You have to free up some space. So, this dopamine fast protocol is really conducive for that. No media, movies, shows, scrolling, none of that. Although I'll be honest, as I post, I I get grabbed and sucked in for a clip or two, but the other thing that helps with keeping off my phone is turning it into a grayscale. Turning the color off and putting it in grayscale. That has been a game changer. Kind of makes me really detest looking at my phone. It's also paired with no caffeine. That one was really hard. That one has been very eye-opening. America, the West runs on caffeine. Who knows, maybe the world. Caffeine is so great at getting us to do more, to mask the sleepiness from poor rest, to really put us into overwork. I think I've spent years and years, maybe my adult life, mostly on caffeine. So letting go of caffeine has been incredible to truly feel how my body is feeling. Sleep has been incredible. Going to sleep has been easier than ever. The rest that I've gotten, the sleep I've been getting has just been amazing. The dreams, it's just, I highly recommend it. Complete sobriety. There's been times or two where I've wanted to drink some beer, maybe smoke some weed, do some psychedelics, but sobriety has been incredible because the dopamine fast has made the day to day very smooth and consistent, but also kind of boring. And sometimes I want to chase that intensity. Sometimes I want a little bit of intensity because here's the probably the most important part of this fast. It's also paired with semen retention for the men. Semen retention is huge. I've done it once before and it really helps you lock it in. When a man conquers his lust, he has conquered the world. When you have a container like that and you say no to all the distractions, you have tons of time left to be creative. You have tons of time to read like I've always been wanting to read. I'm consistently reading every day about 4 or 5 different books and making huge progress, even reading for enjoyment. We need the dopamine that we use, that we get from these devices or movies or shows. Part of the fast as well as no sugar. We find ways to feel good, to get a stimulation. But as another of my mentors says, I'm tuning into the subtle. I do have the preparation to be able to succeed in this fast. I'm going to see it through. It's day 10 out of 31. And I may even continue beyond that because this has served my life so much. I can't recommend it enough. As I make content for people who may be having challenges or struggles, I need to remember that people are still learning the basics and I'm still mastering the basics. Nobody ever has arrived and finished with the work. But as I've mentioned my New Year's goals or my goals for the year, people always say, I don't really vibe with the resolutions. One shouldn't have to wait for the new year to start. I totally agree. But we forget where we used to be when comfort ruled us. When we said, I'm going to start working out on Monday, tomorrow, mañana, starting next time, pushing things off all the time. Okay, at the beginning of the month, at the beginning of the week, and the Holy Grail at the start of a new year, it's going to be my year. Only to go back to our routines and our ruts. There is so much that goes to being a man or woman of your word, building integrity, building self esteem, knowing that whatever you say you're going to do, you can take it to the bank. Let's talk about some of the challenges for me. It will, as of right now, take some time for me to get enough income from full time paying clients. So I'm going back to car business, which I'm excited about. It's where I've succeeded the most and made the most amount of money, and it's starting to come to me. I applied on Indeed and I got an interview pretty quickly at Mercedes Benz, dealership I've always wanted to work at. So currently, right now, I'm going through their process and I have to go to something called a culture fit day on Tuesday. This is where they're going to fill me out, I'll fill them out, and Wish me luck. I feel pretty confident. I don't feel much in the body for it. I'm gonna execute what I'm really good at. But I'm still putting myself out there, and there's something I do want. The challenge will be once I start working there full time to still be able to execute this at a high level. Yeah, it's easy right now because the work that I'm doing isn't so demanding, but the true test is gonna be when I'm at or over capacity. Do I still follow through with my commitments? Do I still work out like I am doing? Do I still eat? The answer is gonna be yes. I like to think that whenever I have kids, I won't get the dad bod. You can always find a way for what's important. Thank y'all for listening. Look forward to the guests coming up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.